Hello and welcome back to another highlight video for the Humongous Wombats. This is the highlight video for our third game taking on the Blue Rockets, and what a game we had. Pablo Sanchez getting us started in the bottom of the first inning with a beautiful line drive to center field. Possibly should have been caught by center fielder Eric LeBeau. A small mistake there, but that is not a name you'll want to forget. We don't take advantage, and we go to the top of the second where Veronica Lee absolutely crushes a slow-mo pitch off the wall in right field, and she's got the speed to get to second with a sliding finish. Next batter for the Blue Rockets is Mariana Ralph, and she absolutely destroys a pitch, gets it just over the wall to the left of the scoreboard, and the Blue Rockets get on the board first with a 2-0 lead. But it's Eric LeBeau who follows up with an absolutely disrespectful aluminum power home run beyond the wall in left center field. Back-to-back home runs for the Blue Rockets, and it's 3-0. Annie Frazier tries to get us going in the bottom of the second with a nice line drive. Another one that possibly should have been caught, but Annie Frazier gets us started with a single. Amir Khan follows up with a deep shot of his own, and this is going to get past the right fielder. Things are looking good for an immediate attempt at a comeback, but Eric LeBeau guns down Amir Khan at second base, and we are unable to score. Jane Davis comes up for the Blue Rockets, and it's a diving attempt from Keisha Phillips. And then, surprisingly, Jane Davis tries to run to second as the ball is being thrown there and gets pegged at first. So it's Nikki Winston coming up a couple batters later, and he absolutely destroys it to right field. I mean, this ball was absolutely crushed. The Blue Rockets just keying in on everything Kenny Kawaguchi was throwing at them. And the deficit goes to 4-0, 582 feet on that blast. Pablo Sanchez comes up with 2 on in the bottom of the inning and is able to get the ball into right field, but Ahmed Khan not hustling to second base and gets thrown out. So Keisha Phillips comes up one batter later to try and get things going, but Kenny Kawaguchi is thrown out at home. So it's Eric LeBeau to lead off the top of the fourth, and he drives it again on the first pitch. No aluminum power this time, but no aluminum power needed, and it's 5-0 Rockets off of the back of 4 home runs. But Annie Frazier, she was really the team MVP today. She launches one to left field, gets this one over the fence, and gets the Wombats on the board. Annie Frazier, who, to be honest, had a quiet first couple games, really stepped up in this one to give the Wombats as much of a chance as she could, especially after going down by 5 runs. Nikki Winston comes up, Vicky Kawaguchi in the game now, and he flies out to center, except no one catches it. It goes all the way to the wall. And fortunately for the Wombats, Nikki Winston trips and then trips again. And he is dead to rights at first base. Pete Wheeler even running out to meet him. Mariana Ralph comes up in the top of the 6th. Hits a ground ball to Pete Wheeler, who throws it to no one at first base. Or Vicky didn't catch it. Unclear, but you know what this means. Eric LeBeau coming up, runner on second. First pitch again, same spot, and it is his 3rd home run of the game, 5th for the Rockets overall, and it's 7-1 in the 6th inning. Pablo Sanchez trying to get us going in the bottom of the 6th, gets it past the second baseman and gets on to first base. He continues by trying to steal, and he is absolutely gunned down by Horace Young, the catcher. So unfortunate for Pablo there. Keisha Phillips, though, stays the course in her at-bat and gets a solid single, and she's not going to make the mistake of trying to steal. especially with Annie Fraser, who was working as well as she could. Hits it in the perfect spot. Possibly another one that could have been caught. But 2 people on now for Amir Khan. And Amir Khan hits it out. Absolutely crushes this ball. It's a 3-run shot to get the Wombats right back into the game with a deficit of 7-4. And if Annie Fraser was the MVP of this game, then Amir Khan overall is the MVP of the first 3 games, because this was his 4th home run, and it gets us right back in the contest. Ernie Steele is summoned to make his first pitching appearance of the season and starts off strong with a strikeout of Omar Stefano. But it's Horace Young coming up next, and he destroys a zigzag pitch. This was the favorite landing ground of the Blue Rockets in this game, and Horace Young extends the lead for the Rockets out to 8-4. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Pete Wheeler going to try and get us off to a good start. Gets it just past the first baseman and all the way to the fence, and he's going to use his speed to turn this into a double. 2 batters later, Pete Wheeler's on third. Pablo Sanchez, 3 for 3 today. He's going to hit it right to second base. That's going to easily score Pete Wheeler, and Pablo's able to leg it out. So 8-5, and it's Annie Fraser once again, and she crushes another one. This goes past everyone, and this is about an inch from being her second home run of the game. She does turn it into a triple. Pablo Sanchez scores, and the Wombats are within 2 with 2 innings to go. Amir Khan, with 2 outs, did try to get Annie Fraser in. She went home, but it's another play where the Rockets come up with the goods, and Annie Fraser is tagged out in a rundown. Now in the 8th, Eric LeBeau comes up again with a runner on, and they try to steal second, which they do successfully after Pablo Sanchez drops the ball, but then they continue trying to run to third base, and this was a huge break for us. Some extremely aggressive base running there, and now can we get Eric LeBeau out? Yes, gets the strikeout, and finally we are not punished by Eric LeBeau, and it's Kenny Kawaguchi who just sneaks it over the wall in the bottom of the 8th. A surprising home run, but a home run that the Wombats will gratefully accept. Kenny struggled on the mound today. They just got after him early. He tried his best, hung in there for as long as he could. So nice to see him get the home run here to cut the deficit to 1. Top of the 9th, passes without incident. So it's the bottom of the 9th, last chance to make a comeback. And it looks like the perfect start with Ahmed Khan lining it, but it's Eric LeBeau again making the catch. Pablo Sanchez is up next, and he absolutely stings it. But once again, the center fielder for the Rockets has the goods. And then Keisha Phillip comes out, and she pops it up. And unfortunately, this is the game, except it is dropped. It is a drop. The easiest opportunity of the game is dropped, and it's Annie Fraser with a chance to tie it or take the lead, and she absolutely stings one once again. But it's right to the right fielder, and that is all she wrote. The Blue Rockets pull off the victory, giving the Wombats their first loss of the year, 8-7.